Hey, I am back doing an energy reading for Scorpio placement, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We are asking Spirit, what are the current energies for Scorpio placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? We are currently in a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. It transitioned yesterday. It was in Sagittarius. We're also in a Scorpio season. Happy birthday, Scorpio. As well as, let's see, Scorpio is in Venus. And the daily moon today is in Sagittarius. So before Mercury was retrograde in Sagittarius during Scorpio season. Now Scorpio is retrograde in Mercury in Scorpio season. I said that right? Anyway, you get it. Messages, Scorpio placements, current energies. Scorpio placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you're new to my channel, I read intuitively. My readings are not gender nor sexuality specific. I read the energies of masculine and feminine. Card fell. Hold on. Am I blue? 2. I feel like this is some type of partnership with self, though. What is this for Scorpio placements? I'm just hearing forlorn. And, forlorn. Let's see how you make sure I'm pronouncing.
Forlorn. Forlorn.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I was enunciating it correctly. It says pitifully sad and abandoned or lonely. Second definition, of an aim or endeavor, unlikely to succeed, to be fulfilled, hopeless. So first I was feeling like, well, I feel like it's 2 parts, and we have 2 here. One, I feel like this is you, Scorpio. I don't feel like there's a pitifulness, but I think there's a tinge of sad and loneliness. Now, the other definition, unlikely to succeed or be fulfilled, hopeless. I feel like that's the other part of this in terms of some energies trying to come around or back around to you. During Mercury retrograde, we have exes come back around. You could be the ex-child, right? But I tell my clients, like, when Mercury retrograde doesn't mean somebody's going to come back in the physical. You know, they could be in your dreams. It could be, you know, a DM. It could be, you know what I mean? It could be energetic. You start thinking of them, you know, or can you understand? Doesn't have to mean they're in your physical waking life, right? Because this person could, you know, could have transcended out of this physical realm. But, and hopefully it was a transcend, not a descend. But either way, I feel like this is you, Scorpio, and somebody that I want to say you're dealing with, or is in your energy, or is like clinging to your energy. You may have did like a Olympia cleanse, and you notice like every time you do this cleanse, it shows signs of somebody trying to energetically cling to you. You know, they're holding on for dear life, and it's really, as I said, the second definition of this forlorn is resonating with the other half, because it's really unlikely to succeed or be fulfilled, hopeless. The coming back around, that's, I don't really feel like the energy supports that. I ain't even going to say it's not going to happen. Let's just say the energy does not support that. This current energy that I'm reading, or just the energy, period, does not support that. Messages. Clarify this in the physical for Scorpio placements. this blue, you know, on this card, am I blue? It's like you question, like, what am I feeling? Am I sad? Am I this? And it's like, yeah, I'm sad. Not necessarily, you know, because I thought of that forlorn yesterday, and I was like, let me look that up again. I get the energy of it, but let me look it up. Clarify this in the physical, and it was just like pitiful. I have been there before, you know, on my journey where I felt pitiful, but it was what it was, you know, it was a temporary emotion. But I don't feel like that is what is resonating. I feel like it's more sad and lonely for you, Scorpio. And like I said, the other side, the energetic cling, is it's just hopeful. It's hopeless. Like, this is an energy trying to come back around to you. You had 2 cards to come out. The star at the bottom of the deck. And this is nostalgic, like soulmate, past energy. This came out first. And then we have this King of Wands. Not King of Wands, Knight of Wands. Moving energy. This is messenger. Energy, passionate, inspired action, adventure, fearless, impulsiveness. This could be a manifestation too. With this Knight of Wands here. And then we have familiarity, happy memories, reminiscing childhood memories, innocence, joy, nostalgia. It feels like, you know, Scorpio, like I said, you are moving forward. You know what I mean? Even though there's sadness and some loneliness, you're still pushing ahead. I feel like you're still honoring your emotions as the best way you see how, right? But then also the sadness and loneliness is there, but it's just like, well, I can only control me right now. And some people may say, well, you can control being sad, but I don't feel like you're trying to control yourself. You're trying to just flow with it. But in terms of loneliness, it's just like, well, what I want doesn't want me right now, or it hasn't shown up, or maybe it's not time. So I'm going to action what I can action, you know, for lack of a better term, what I do have control over, not even control, but can action on. Because I feel like some of y'all, it's just like, or take action on. Some of y'all feel like, okay, the loneliness, I may want this friendship, I may want this partnership, I may want to get to this space, and it's not here yet. So instead of dwelling on that, you're like, okay, well, let me do what I can, because there's other stuff I want too, and I can bring that into fruition, even though there is some sadness that sometimes take over and some deep feelings of loneliness. And I feel like for some, like I said, the definition is pitifully sad and abandoned or lonely. I don't feel like you feel pitiful anymore or abandoned. But this energy coming back around, this clinging energy, may have abandoned you. And it may be a person, a situation, or just an energy that shows up differently in the same situation. The root cause of it is abandonment. I don't feel like that is the case now, because this is giving like very root chakra and a tinge of depression with this blue, but this is throat chakra, right? I feel like you calling it what it is, calling judgment on yourself and moving forward accordingly. It's like, okay, well, I may feel sad and I may feel lonely and I may even feel blue, but I'm gonna still do what I gotta do. I wasn't even trying to rhyme, but y'all, that's a bar, right? I'ma still do what I gotta do. And you're going from this blue sadness into this red action, this fire energy, fire, right? But you got this clinging energy. They want you to come back, but the thing is, or they want to come back around, that's the other half. It's hopeless. It's more than likely not gonna occur. The energy doesn't support the clinging energy. Unlikely to succeed or be fulfilled, hopeless. And it's due to this healing here. Scorpio, you, they, them, but I feel like this is Scorpio. You did some deep healing. You may have I'm hearing Virgo placements or Earth placements. Definitely Gemini. And who else? Aries. And it's different for everybody, right? But you've done some serious Work on yourself. Renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, rejuvenation. It's really giving that spirituality though. That's really what it's giving. It's hitting heavy for you. However you do you. You know, you may be a teacher or you may just be spiritual in your own right. Because some people have their practices, but they're not choosing to be a teacher. They're not choosing to be a guide. And I get it. You know, everybody's purpose, you know, purpose is different. And some of us overlap, you know, in what we learn. Or can you understand in what we learn and what we acquire on our way to being in our purpose. But I feel like for some of y'all, you may be teachers, guides. Some of y'all just maybe, nah, I just do this for me. Yeah, I tell people about it, but I'm not trying to mentor or do nothing like that. Respectfully, right? But I feel like you're moving out of this sadness and loneliness energy. I don't know what this clinging energy is going to do. But Scorpio, I feel like you, because it's really giving us the past. It came out first, right? And the way I got these cards set up, but now that I'm saying that, it's really like a forward energy. So you're doing what you got to do, right? But I feel like you may encounter this past energy. You know, I feel like there are trials and tests now. What else is going on here for Scorpio in this clingy energy? And the energy could be a lesson because it is, this in the physical. Excuse me, as it resonates with this reading. It could be just a lesson of overgiving. Or fear of abandonment. Or always in, you know, the end result is you sitting like a pitiful mess, like why I keep doing this, or not even asking why, just accepting what it is, because I'm interpreting that as pitiful, you know. But it's a new cycle for this energy. It's about to be balanced out. We got the World card, a new cycle for this energy, this lesson, this person, whatever this is for you, Scorpio. We're about to have balance here with the Six of Cups. And something else. I feel like something else you manifested. Or something that you don't see coming. What is... This Five of Cups, it's giving a little bit of the forlorn energy too, but somebody's still grieving. And I feel like it could be you still grieving all that you healed from, right? But there's still something else that you don't see coming that I'm not going to be told. It's different for everybody. So we got the Knight of Swords fell right next to this High Priestess. I feel like there is going to be a coming back around, right, of this energy. This is you still, you know, clearing it out. But I also feel like that clinging energy may show up physically or in somebody's emotions, right? Some type of an exchange or maybe not even exchange. Well, it could be an exchange or emotional interaction. Like if you offer services, this could come up for somebody and you resonate with it for that matter, like the overgiving. And I feel like that's something, if you are a guide or, you know, a healer or a teacher, if you help others with this, right? It's come up for you before recognizing those who overgive because you've done it. You know, I feel like in order for you to deeply help somebody, you have had to help yourself. with the same like root cause, right? Because sometimes you may not understand the patterns, the behaviors, the this, the that, or this situation, or what had happened was. Maybe you don't understand that fully, but you understand the vibration and the energy is abandonment, right? Or can you understand in sadness and being lonely? But I feel like the root cause and what you moved out of was abandonment at times that made you feel and look pitiful. But there's a new cycle that's balance coming in. There's also something you're not seeing, you know. But this energy, as I shuffle, fell right out next to this energy. This could be a partnership, right? This is you, Scorpio, or this is them. And then you know, you have this King of Swords, this truth and clarity, head over heart, disciplined, truthful, honest, mental energy. This information age. I was listening to another reader. They said the swords represent like government for them. No, well, I get the hierarchy with the air, but that's giving me more Hierophant than King of Swords. But I feel like it's just giving information age, so could have heavy Mercury placements, or your Mercury matches their Mercury, or something to do with y'all Mercury, right? It complements one another, but they ahead of the game when it comes to, I feel like, technology. And this could be a benefit to you guys. It could be a benefit to one another, but it is a new cycle. It is something you're not seeing. You're still clearing out. You got some partnership coming in, and yeah, I feel like it's blessings all around. Close this out. Summarize this for Scorpio, please. Some people may show up in the physical that has a problem with this. Like it triggers them once they're made aware. That's a yes. Could be fire energy. But we got fire out here anyway with this 9 of Wands. But some people could have a problem with this because we got fire, earth, water, air. We got all the elements out here. Yeah. Hard at work, working together, diligence, passion, high standard, apprenticeship, mastery, self-development, repetitive tasks. I'm hearing, though, this is safety. This is stability, grounding, right? 8 moving into 9. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups. So you're working on what you're working on, right? Like I said, until what you can't see comes, the partnership comes. Maybe you got the partnership, but you still doing you. That wasn't supposed to pause it. Y'all supposed to work together. So to one another's benefit is reciprocal, right? But at the bottom of the deck, we got that 9 of Cups and emotional, or really wish fulfillment, right? But this is abundance. This is attraction, different suitors. We got justice, the Fool, new journey. Yeah. The old lessons, some of y'all with Mercury retrograde, the lessons have been learned. And you could just be in some mourning. You may want to do a fast, like a sugar fast, like a fast from sugar. You know, maybe you're not able to do it abruptly, but you could eventually, like, you know, scale back. Because when I did a sugar fast, it allowed me to grieve. I mean, sugar is what you tend to crave when you are grieving, and grief, need to release, you know. So when I stopped consuming it, it was like the levees broke, child. And I knew what it was about, right? You know, whether they were my tears or the tears of my ancestors. Because I do a lot of intergenerational healing, too. They felt like a little bit of both. because there are times where I'm shedding tears for somebody in my bloodline, my lineage, you know. Or can you understand? It's just like, I'm not crying, but that's something I would probably need to do a class on. But anyway, I'm thinking of doing, okay, I'm finished with this. I'm thinking of doing Black Friday for my website to launch it, energyexchangewellness.com. I will put it in the description box. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. If this reading resonated with you, or you know, you just want to say something, child, respectfully, yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you would like to request a personal reading, all the information for that will be below this video, as well as the link for the service, or maybe services, I'm not sure, that I'm offering for Black Friday sale. Okay. All right. I may just do a general one. Yeah, I may just do a general one. A service offering. It'll probably be a reading or energy healing. I don't know. But check the link at the bottom of this video, and then we'll go from there. Alright, thank you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Enjoy your day.